no place to go. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Alright, we need a little diary session. I'm talking very quietly because Zach is sleeping. But I just wanted to come on here and kind of like share my not so chipper feelings about this month. So I'm uploading my week 1 video. Normally when I manage to finish something that has been delayed or that I've been putting off for a while, such as uploading this video, I feel better, but I just feel horrible. I mean, I know that nobody really cares. No one's dying. Like, I just didn't daily upload like I wanted to, but I'm just so tired of like setting a goal and just failing. Like, I'm really tired of it. And so I'm just kind of feeling down on myself. And like with NaNoWriMo, like I was so determined at the start of this month, and even though I'm okay, I'm at like 12,000 words, like I'm behind, and I just thought this month would be different. It's not just with writing, it's not even just with YouTube, it's with everything. Like, I feel like I'm failing at everything right now. And even though I know I have a lot going on, I just set all these goals for myself in so many ways. Like, I set, you know, health and fitness goals. I set where I'd be in wedding planning goals. I set trying to just get my apartment clean finally, and just everything I've made progress on, but I haven't met the goal I wanted, like by a long shot, and I just feel like I could do better. And it just like puts this like weight in the pit of my stomach. I just miss the days when I had less going on and I could just do all the things I wanted to do in a day, and those days feel very long gone. So I know obviously it's not just my job. I feel like it's really lame to blame your day job and why you can't get things done on your off hours, but it's definitely taken a toll on me. So as I mentioned in vlogs before, I'm filling in, like doing overtime and filling in for another position while that position is vacant. So I'm kind of doing like 2 things at once, 2 jobs at once, and it's really draining. More than I anticipated it would be, like a lot more. And it's been about a month now, and they are finally interviewing people for the role, and I'm so excited. They did ask me if I wanted to stay and like take on this new role, but just it's such a different pace from what my other job was, and just not, I said no. And that was one of the hardest things I've ever done, because if I'm to get real with you guys, and I really hope no one from my day job watches this, because I mean, it's not like I'm saying anything horrible, but I'm talking about my future outside of this job, down the line, who knows how many years down the line. But I can't remember where I heard this, but essentially it said, when making a decision, ask yourself, is this going to help get me to my goal, or is this going to put me off the direction of my goal or slow down my goal? And that goal can be whatever, right? Like, it's not just career, but it's, you know, your family goals, your life goals. I just realized with this decision, because it would have come with, you know, a pay increase, like title increase. It was sort of a promotion, but it was kind of like a sidestep, just on a different track in my career. It was really hard to say no though, just because I felt like if I was a career-driven person in that field, it would have been an obvious yes. But my gut was screaming, that's not the right move. First of all, I like what I do right now. I like my boss. I am finally comfortable in that job, even though I know that's not a good reason to not, you know, advance. But have a good work-life balance, even though my commute's long, but that's really the only thing detracting from a better work-life balance. You know, I get to work from home 1 day a week. It just has all of these things that I'm learning to work with, and I've felt comfortable doing that and being in school. And this new job, this new position that I've been doing, I feel like I'm losing my mind. Like, the last thing I want to do when I get home is write or edit videos, clearly. I haven't, like, I've gone to the gym like twice, and Zach and I made a commitment to go 2 times a week, and that just hasn't happened. I've been so tired. I haven't even been staying up that late. Like, I've been going to bed, but it's so much, it's so fast-paced. The work itself isn't harder or anything. It's all work I know how to do. It's just a lot more of it. And the people are fantastic. Like, I love them. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I would have no problem working there with the people and even with the job itself, I guess, but it's just, my old job was a better fit. And so with this choice, that was the one. Saying no is going to get me to my dreams, my goal. That's the direction I need to take. And so it does feel good admitting that. And like, I'm not looking for pity points. I'm not looking for everyone to be like, oh, you know, don't be so hard on yourself. Like, the truth is I can do better. And I know that. And that's what's eating me up inside. Like, my problem is when I start to feel behind, sometimes that motivates me, sometimes that paralyzes me. And I feel like I've been kind of paralyzed the last couple weeks, where I've just been like so overwhelmed with so much to do that I don't do anything. You know that feeling? And so that's why I mean it when I say I know I can do better. I'm just not doing it. Like, the motivation is just not there, and I'm just paralyzed. And the only thing I will say that I've been doing like a mad person is working on my wedding invites. You guys, you saw clips from the last video. I've spent hours, literally hours. Like, I'm talking like 15 hours, maybe more, 20, I don't even know. I've been doing it every single night. Like, last night I got home at like 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and I was at my kitchen table for like 3 hours just doing wedding invites, because I keep like making mistakes. I was saying to Zach, like, this is the biggest trial error process of my life. Like, the wedding invites themselves, they're not going to look complicated at the end. Like, they look just very pretty and simple. I'll kind of show you guys, but every single step has been a trial and error. Like, for example, the newest thing is the stamps. I ordered the wrong stamps because they're over an ounce, so I had to get the 2-ounce stamps, but I already got the 1-ounce stamps and I already stamped them all, so I carefully been peeling the stamps off. I'm waiting for the new stamps. I ordered the wrong paper. I had to cut the paper with a paper slicer thing. I don't even know what it's called, but I had to like find that, and it's just like the glitter, the tape wouldn't stick to the glitter, and so I had to like find a solution, and every step's been a process. And in a way, I kind of feel like that's my writing journey too. Like, for every page that's going to be like a final draft in this book, there's going to be 20 pages before it that were edited and deleted and rewritten. And I guess that's just the process. But a good analogy too is with the wedding invites, because Zach, he's been helping, but like, I have my vision, you know, and I know what I want to do, and I feel like I just want to like play with it myself to get it right. I told him, like, it's been a lot of work, but I am enjoying what I'm doing, because like, that sort of thing is kind of fun for me and satisfying for me to like figure it out. And it's kind of like with writing, like, I do enjoy it. It's hard, and I feel like that is the simple reason I procrastinate sometimes, because it's hard, and when I'm feeling lazy, I don't want to do hard things, but I still enjoy it. And I just know that the way for it to become less hard is to do it more. And so I just gotta get back into it. I don't really have a choice anymore. It's like everything is running out of time, and I think that's what sort of like got me panicky in a way too. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm so tired of feeling this way. I'm so tired of feeling disappointed. Not even just not hitting my goal, but like not trying to hit my goal. I can't keep feeling this way. and I'm not willing to quit. So the only other alternative is to do better. Try harder. Try. I feel like I haven't even been trying, really. I'm ready to try. Hello. Sorry I got kind of a weird angle, but I guess I can stack a couple more things. One of the pluses of being a book lover and YouTuber is you constantly have on hand stackable things. Hope you guys don't mind. I am going to chat with you for a little bit because I'm feeling very nervous. I have a presentation, a pitch presentation due today in just a few hours. So yeah. Basically, this pitch is actually based on one of our ideas. So I don't really remember. I'm sorry. This is like all I ever say is I don't remember what I last talked about. But I don't remember if I talked about what my first pitch presentation was on. But it was a subject that wasn't our original idea. So that way we could focus on the pitch and not just about, I guess, brainstorming our own idea or feeling self-conscious about it being our idea. But anyway, this is actually based on an original idea. And it had to be a brand new idea. So not something that we are currently working on, but something that we kind of like brainstormed for this class. And I'm currently getting ready for class. I hope you don't mind that either. Normally I would do this in the bathroom, but my fan is really loud, so we're gonna ignore that. But one of the reasons I'm nervous, and also just sort of going into my mood for this month and how this month has been for me, because it's been very difficult. I don't think I talked about how, like my last clip I kind of talked about feeling like a failure, and I think I forgot to mention one of the reasons I've been feeling that way and kind of what has sparked that even more hardcore lately. For the first time in my life, my entire school career, I completely forgot about an assignment. Like, completely forgot, never would have remembered. And it was very traumatic because that's like what I've been having nightmares about since kindergarten, is forgetting to do something, forgetting an important homework assignment. And it happened, and it was horrible. Actually, I got very lucky. So I completely forgot about it, but I was able to turn it in just like 20 minutes late because the homework gods were like blessing me or something that day. So this was like 2 Fridays ago now. And I got an email from a classmate, and I haven't gotten an email from any classmate this semester. Like, we don't email each other. There's no reason to. There's no group projects or anything. I got an email from a classmate of mine who was asking if I had any trouble uploading our assignment because it wasn't working for her. And I was just like, and this was at like 9 o'clock and it was due at midnight. And I wasn't home. I was off campus doing something for my wedding. So I was making my wedding invites. So I wasn't expecting to be home until like 10:30 or 11. And I had not started this thing because, like I said, I completely forgot about it. And so she sent me that email and I was like thinking, what the hell is she talking about? Like, I just couldn't even wrap my head around why she would need to be. So like, we turn in assignments on this like online platform called Canvas, and I think a lot of schools use it. It's just like this online portal thing for like online classes and just turning in homework and stuff. And I was like, why is she on Canvas on Friday? Our classes are on Monday. And that's when it hit me. So what had happened was our semester, some things got moved. And so even though in my planner I write down when all my homework is due, like I said, forgetting an assignment is like my biggest fear. And so I always write down when everything is due, but because of the schedule change that had happened the week before, I completely forgot that this homework assignment had changed due date, and I didn't write it down. And so basically I like panicked and I couldn't leave what I was doing early because there just was going to be no other time to do this. And so I had the choice, like, should I just stay where I am and try and finish it here? But no, I thought, like, I'm just going to go home, do the best I can, and got home. I finished it. I turned it in like 20 minutes late, which I hate because I have no idea what that's gonna mean grading wise, because our teacher has made it very clear she doesn't, I mean, she tolerates late assignments, but you get heavily penalized, and so it's like, is 20 minutes considered late? Like, I mean, it is, it's late, so I don't know, I told Zach, like, you know, not only am I gonna get penalized for being late, but obviously it was a rush job. So, like, I don't think I did poorly. I did everything I meant to do, and luckily I had been, like, brainstorming what I was gonna do and say. So it's not like I had to completely come up with it out of nowhere, but I hadn't started writing it. Like, I thought it was due, like, the next week or something like that. I kind of just forgot about it completely, to be honest. So anyway, my point of bringing that up is that has sort of just been, like, my month. Like, this entire month of NaNoWriMo has just been me feeling like I'm 2 steps behind, and even when I think I've caught up, I suddenly get told something I forgot. And, like, work's been really busy, and so it's kind of been a similar feeling where it's like, okay, I feel like I'm finally catching up on this one thing, and then I'll get an email and it's like, oh, have you done this yet? I needed it done yesterday, and it's just like, Lord have mercy. But so tonight is my pitch, and I am extra nervous about it because since with what happened, I feel more of a pressure to do a good job because, like I said, I haven't gotten graded on that thing I had to turn in, but there's just no way it's going to be an A, and I'm just still so fortunate that my classmate emailed me when she did, and I told her that. I was like, oh my god, you saved my life. Like, I would have flunked to this assignment so badly because I just never would have remembered to do it. And she's not a teacher that coddles us, which is totally fine. Like, I would never expect that of a professor, especially in grad school. Like, no. But I just never would have remembered to do it. It would have been like, I'd be doing this pitch and it's like, oh yeah, I have to do my treatment portion, and I just completely would have forgotten, and it would have been very bad, and I probably would have, like, called my professor up sobbing, begging for a chance. Like, oh my god. I hope you don't mind if I talk a little bit about my pitch class. So if you're joining me for the first time, right now I am in a course as part of my writing master's degree, and it's called The Art of the Pitch, and it's all about pitching your work. So whether that's a novel or a TV show or a movie, or someone's doing, I think, a music album, it's just how to pitch to people that you're trying to get to back your project, or like an agent or an editor or a financial person to back your project financially. So pitching, that's what it is. And oh, I thought I wasn't recording for a second. That would have been the end of my world. Oh my god. I know I'm being dramatic. I'm sorry. But so our first pitch was sort of like the stereotypical elevator pitch where we had, I think it was 2 minutes max to just pitch out. So without any sort of interruption. And if you've seen, well, I think Shark Tank would be a little bit more conversational, but yeah, this is just sort of like a quick condensed version. And as I mentioned, for that pitch, we did not pitch our original work. We pitched something else just so we could get used to the idea of pitching. But this pitch, we have to pitch our original work, which we weren't allowed to do a project we're already working on, so that's going to be our final pitch. So my last big pitch presentation is going to be, I think it's 15 minutes long, and I'm going to be pitching the novel I'm working on for NaNoWriMo, and that I've been working on for this whole channel, basically. But this was just supposed to be a new idea, so you know, I feel like when we first got assigned this, I was really, like, unfairly against it, and I think that there are others in my class like that, just because, you know, we're all creatives. Like, we all have something that we're working on, and when we get told that we have to spend mental energy doing something different, it can feel like kind of jarring, especially when we get told we have to do it in a way that we're not used to. So for this pitch I have to do tonight, I had to completely outline the entire novel, like, not detailed, like I didn't have to turn in my outline, but I have to know exactly how it starts, the rising action, the characters, basically a complete outline for my novel, and like, so I can know how to pitch this thing for my pitch, and that's just not the way that I work. And in order to be passionate about this, it had to be something that I actually want to do. So this is a real idea that I've had, and I haven't been able to expand on it, but I feel like I've been sort of unfairly, like, I don't know, just, I guess annoyed, but that's like a very strong term, but just, this isn't normally my process. Like, I don't mind doing loose outlines, but when it comes to actually outlining the characters and outlining the events and outlining the ending, like, I sort of do a loose idea, but I don't do like plot points or like visualize scenes to that extent. And so that part has been really jarring, to like basically doing something that normally takes me like a whole month to like completely outline a book, I had to do in like a week. Or to be completely honest with you, I had to do it in an hour when I turned in my treatment, so that was a disaster. But so for this pitch, I have to give even more details, and it's like I still feel like there's a lot of holes, just because it's not my process to just plan everything. Like, I need to actually start writing it, and I need to do, I don't know. But this class has been good in that way, in that, you know, to go on the other side of it, in many ways it's gotten me out of my comfort zone. And I don't know how much of a comfort zone I can really have as like a new writer. It's not like I'm heavily experienced in this field and like this is my process and I'm never going to go against my process, but it has gotten me to do things a little bit differently than how I normally do them, which has been beneficial. And like, if I don't like the way that something is done, like this, I definitely did not like outlining every single character and every single plot point before I actually started it. But that's good to know. Like, I'm still learning, and that's a fine lesson to learn. And so I'm trying to be more appreciative of just everyone's different styles and different ways of teaching creative skills. This class has been very, like, kind of role play heavy. So my professor is also an actress, and she's a director, and she's very successful in her field, and obviously knows a crazy amount about pitching. Like, she's been very successful at it. And so it's weird to do things sort of with that extreme creative mindset and very like method acting and method learning. And so we've had to do, like, for my pitch tonight, so it's a conversational pitch, and so it's like as if you're having like just a very casual meeting with someone you're trying to pitch to. Like, it's still a pitch, but like you have to, like, it's very casual. It's not like you're standing up like on a stage or there's a panel of people. It's like you go to their office, even though you have this appointment, and you're just sitting down, they're getting to know you, and then you just pitch them your idea. So it's supposed to be very casual, but she like has us role play the whole thing where it's like we have to, so it's online, mind you, so we're doing like a Skype call with the whole class, and so we have to like get up out of our seat and then come back in and like sit down and be like, hi, how are you? My name is Haley. Nice to, and so it is valuable to go through all that, but it also, like, for me, it's kind of distracting because it feels so silly, and I feel like I just need to let go of that. Like, I need to not take myself so seriously. But I do think having the more conversational pitch, I think I'll do better at it than I did the 2-minute pitch, because that elevator pitch, like, that always freezes me up. I get so nervous. I start to ramble and I start to like lose track of what I'm saying unless I have it memorized. But then if I have it memorized, it sounds memorized. But for a conversational pitch, so this is going to be like, I am pitching my story and I have my plot points of what I'm trying to say, but I haven't over rehearsed it, and she's going to talk back. So she's going to ask me questions while I'm talking about it. So it might go a little bit of a direction than I was planning it to go, but hopefully I'll still hit all of my main points. Or I need to hit all of my main points, not hopefully. So in a way, I think actually I'm going to do better at the conversational pitch. Just because when I feel more relaxed, I do way better at presentations, and if I feel like nervous and very formal, I do god awful. That's the only thing I have going for me for this pitch that I'm trying to remind myself of so that I'm not too nervous, because I'm pretty nervous. So yeah, the big thing I feel like I have going for me is that I do these kind of videos where I'm used to like conversationally talking about my writing and talking about my project ideas, to like an audience that's actively listening, actively in that like, you guys can't interrupt me, you know what I mean? So that kind of helps, and I feel like in a lot of ways that's given me, I guess, an advantage. I'm not saying that I have an advantage and that I'm good at it. Obviously I'm taking this class, there's a lot I still need to learn, but I don't feel nervous talking about it. At least not like online and in an online class. If I was in person, like if we had this class in person and I had to pitch this in person, I think it would be an entirely different story. But with an online class and just doing my webcam, it doesn't really feel any different than it does like vlogging about my ideas. Alright, now that my makeup is done, it is a little after 5. It is 5:10 exactly, which means actually my class is in exactly 3 hours. So I have 3 hours to basically sit and talk to myself over and over again for 5-minute increments. So nothing really new with that. I meant to record it, but I got so flustered. It didn't happen. Essentially all done. I think it went okay. I was at the end, so I was rushed, but it was okay. Hopefully I did okay enough to counteract my treatment. Maybe I did better on my treatment than I thought. Maybe I'm talking myself up this whole time, and maybe I did bad on my pitch. Wouldn't that be ironic?
And my dear, we're still